training you, Virgil Hunter. Alfredo Angulo, very big fight for you guys, fighting Erislandy Lara. How do you assess this matchup?
It's going to be a very tough and difficult fight for Alfredo. We prepared for that. We prepared to endure what we need to endure and press on to come out victorious. But no doubt, it's going to be a very tough fight for him.
From the time you started working with Alfredo until now, what have you tried? What have you noticed in him? What have you tried to improve in him?
Well, I think, in all fairness to Alfredo, then first and foremost, you have to bring him back up to his physical capabilities. I mean, you have a man that's been locked up for 9 months, not deprived of everything, not allowed to exercise, not allowed to work out, eating garbage food, having the stress of, am I going to ever get out of here, going on any, and then he comes out of the detention center, and people expect him to be the old Alfredo after he's gone and endured all of this. So my first priority with him is to condition him, to get his shoulder. You can't bring anything into focus until his body's able to handle the focus. So the conditioning is going to take months and months of conditioning just to bring him up to par. So hopefully we're getting closer and closer to where we can start adding some things. You know, conditioning is what we concentrated on the most, because he's been deprived. I mean, his body went all the way to the south. So why would I implement something to somebody and they're not physically capable of doing it yet? You know, so we have to get him to that point where we begin to add different things to his repertoire. He's physically capable of doing it.
Okay. Amir Khan, his fight with Julio Diaz, was a little surprise to you. He did get knocked down, a little bit rocked late in the fight. What was your thoughts on his performance over Julio Diaz?
Well, I thought he made some sound decisions, but the biggest sound decision he made was he didn't take critics' word that Julio Diaz was some sort of bum fighter. He took him serious like I asked him to take him serious, and he's glad that he did. He's not a bum fighter. He's a 2-time world champion. They want to minimize Julio Diaz's punching power, but nobody says nothing when Manny brought his up from 108 to 147. Yeah. Nobody says anything when the other fighters bring their punching power with them. So all of a sudden, Julio Diaz goes up one weight class, but he can't bring his punching power with him. So it's just, again, another the negativity that's sent towards Amir. And, people who, he has his critics who like to see him knocked off. But he made some sound decisions when he got himself in trouble. He didn't go back in and leave himself vulnerable. And again, Amir knows what he has to do. We've discussed it, and we're going to get it done. He has to spend more time with me in between fights to correct some of the flaws that need correcting. And if he does that, he'll grow even more. A fighter has to train in between fights to correct his flaws. You just can't come to a camp 12 weeks, 10 weeks out of the year and think you're going to improve. It's not going to happen.
Now, talking to him fighting Devin Alexander December 7th, how do you like that matchup? How do you fight a guy like Devin Alexander?
It's a tough matchup. First and foremost, Kevin, his coach, and I are friends. We come from the same fraternity, and I'm actually close with Devin too. So that is a tough matchup. And if Amir cannot commit to the many camps that we need, it's going to be a very difficult fight for him. Again, it's a little far away right now to say what we need to do. Devin is overcoming a hand injury, and Amir just got married. He's getting ready to do Ramadan. So, I'm putting my focus on that. Now, if it's finalized and if as a fight years.
And do you want, Amir wants a Mayweather fight if he beats Devin. Do you think, is that something you would like?
I think the fight makes sense. Floyd seemingly is only going to fight just a few more times. So why not have Amir? He's just as qualified as anybody else to get in the ring with Floyd. And I think think he does have some intangibles that would make the fight very interesting. And like I said,
such as what intangibles?
Well, I think his youth and I think his high energy would definitely suggest a different fight, you know. And I tell people all the time, anybody who tries to put pressure on Floyd, you just walking into a trap. So I think he does have some gifts, and that if he keeps honing his skills and applying his skills in the gym and everything, I think he can give him some problems.
Thank you.